Introducing the newest phenom to the world of YouTube boxing.
What is he, some kind of musician?
Mom, I think you need a new phone. He's a speaker of some sort.
I think he's all of that, guys. Here's the old man boxing fan.
What's good, everybody? Oh man, you talking about going through it. Well, first let me say this. You're getting the second rendition of this because my internet went out and I was like, yo, Bright House, what other names did they have? Road Runner. It's all Time Warner, and now it's Spectrum. And Spectrum had fell off the Spectrum and kept me down for most of the day. So I went to sleep. I'm like, yo, look, if I can't upload the video, ain't no need for me to do anything. So I caught up with that rest. And then I wound up getting the phone call. It woke me up. I don't mind that kind of phone call. You know what I mean? But anyway, Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. And yes, I got a big old smile on my face. Hey, look, first of all, let me congratulate both of the guys. You know, they did the best that they can. But look, I'm going to start off with Gennady Golovkin. Yes, it looked like he lost something. He didn't have that aggression that he had with Monterosian. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to talk about both of them. I was surprised. Canelo was aggressive. From the first round, he came out with a hard, stiff jab, fast jab. He had the faster hands. Now, I'm going to go from the first 6 rounds and then to the next 6 rounds. The first 6 rounds, I gave the first, second, and third to Canelo. I gave the fourth to Triple G. I gave the fifth and the sixth. Well, I gave the fifth kind of even, and I gave the sixth to Canelo. And then after that, Gennady Golovkin, he started to pour on just a little bit more, but he wasn't the aggressor. He was actually, I was surprised to see him doing so much moving. I'm like, well, hell, who's the stronger guy here? Now, I'm glad that I didn't have any internet. I wasn't going to listen to anybody else's commentary because I want y'all to know I'm not getting influenced by anybody else's commentary. This is all from me. I haven't looked at anybody's yet. Now that my internet is back on, hell, I can upload this and I can see what everybody else had to say. But, I give Canelo some props. And look, normally the guy who wins the championship is the aggressor. Do you understand? If you're not aggressive, and it was a shock to me to see that Canelo. It was like the opposite. You know what I mean? Because the last fight, Canelo was on the movement and not really on his bicycle, but kind of, sort of. You know what I mean? Trying to counter punch here and there. But in this one, he was doing both. He was countering and he was the aggressor. I was listening to the commentators on this one, but they didn't influence me because I was wondering. Now, I can't say I'm wondering what they looking at because it was too many camera angles that kept shifting. I was wondering what was going on with that. I'm like, why these camera angles keep shifting like this? And it seems like I would miss just maybe 1 or 2 punches here and there, but you can tell by how the head fly back if they go, you know what I mean, if they hit him in the head or something like that. And you can kind of tell when there's a body shot by the movement, you know what I mean. But it really, you can't have 100%. You can't have 100% view on it and opinion because you're not seeing it from the commentator's view. But I will say this. Triple G was head hunting. I didn't see a whole lot of body shots from him, but Canelo kept going to the body and to the head. He gave much more. He had a better arsenal of punches. Not that Triple G can't throw an uppercut. I've seen him throw uppercuts, and he caught Canelo with maybe one or two here, but most of his was jabs that he was catching Canelo with. Now, the second half, let me go ahead and elaborate a little bit more on that. The sixth round, I wound up scoring that kind of even, you know, because Canelo poured it on a little bit more. The seventh round, Canelo, and let me say this also, throughout the fight, Canelo was blocking a lot of shots. A lot of those shots that Golovkin was throwing was not getting past Canelo's defense. They were hitting his gloves. So I didn't count those as hits. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Seventh round, I give that to Canelo. Eighth round is Canelo. Ninth round was kind of even. You know what I'm saying? 10th round, and then the rest, it was Canelo. Well, let me see, 10. The 11th, let me see, the 10th, yeah, Canelo. I'm thinking back, y'all. The 11th, let me see. Yeah, and the 11th and 12th was Canelo. You know, I gave those to him because, like I said, Gennady Golovkin around those 3 rounds tried to come on, but it seemed like, well, it didn't seem like it, but Canelo stopped his aggression. It just seemed like Gennady Golovkin was worried about Canelo's power, you know, and I was like, hold on, this is different. This is kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? But Canelo was the aggressor. He was the aggressor. He was aggressive in the fight. You know, towards the end, he started to taper down a little bit. But in those rounds that I had gave Gennady Golovkin is because Canelo didn't do as much work as he did in the prior rounds, and I'm pretty sure he was taking a little breather there. But he was making Gennady Golovkin miss a lot, and he was hitting Gennady Golovkin. It was more accuracy on his point, you know, at that point. So, you know, I mean, I know some people will say it could have went either way. Not when you're not the aggressor. You know, that also counts. You know, you have to be aggressive in a championship fight. You know, you have to be aggressive. If you're not aggressive, then and you're constantly moving and you're backpedaling and, you know, you're on your bicycle, it's hard to give you the win, you know, and that happens a lot. You guys cannot tell me it doesn't, but it does. Now, if the aggressor is not landing any shots, I can see him losing. But if he's landing shots, he's making you miss, he's blocking shots, and you know, you land good shots in, you get your, you know, you get your time, you know, that's cool. All of that's cool, but if you're not the aggressor and you're not doing all those intangibles and getting points and dodging and all that stuff, you're not gonna win if you're not doing that, you know. So, you know, I give the fight to Canelo also, you know, and I say it was a point closer than what the other two judges had it, you know, because it was a pretty close fight. It wasn't. It just didn't have the steam that it probably would have had not the stuff transpired with Canelo. You know what I mean? You know, it probably would have had more steam to it, but with all of that put in there, but all in all, it was still a good fight. I enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed it. It's you know, I would probably watch it again. I already did it twice. I'll probably do it again just to make sure, even though I know I'm about right on that. You know, can't say I'm spot on because, like I said, the angles that I was getting from the channel I was watching it on, it just kept changing, and I'm like, oh my God, hey, can y'all get right there without all the moving and the switching of the angles, and then they'll catch it when the angle switches. I'll miss a punch or something, and I'm like, oh man, come on, because I hear crowd reaction, but I didn't see it because the camera switched at the time. But anyway, you know, that's my thoughts on the fight. You know, I give Canelo the edge on that. Old Man Boxing signing out. Peace.